welcome to the show. My name is Alex and this is TechFlow. This is my, first hands-on and look at the LG G6. Thank you to EE for sending me out to Barcelona to MWC. So I was actually there, sat there at the LG G6 launch event with all the other people around me, and it was such a surreal experience. It was incredible. I vlogged it if you didn't see that. Now LG have always been a phone company that have really intrigued me because our editor for TechFlow, who's currently sat behind me editing a video right now, he uses an LG G4 himself, and I'm sure he's going to be upgrading to the G6 because they've come out with some amazing features. So as the keynote kicked off, they took to the stage and the first thing they talked about was the screen on this thing. Now LG were adamant and really pushed this down people's throats that this is the biggest phone screen on a phone this size. It's actually a really small phone because they've gone to the lengths to minimize the bezels. If you look at this phone next to an iPhone, it really shows here. It's quite shocking actually. Well done, LG. LG are really trying to set trends here. We've got a 5.7-inch IPS panel with a res of 2880 by 1440. Now for the keen eyes of you that are paying attention, you'll know that that isn't a normal resolution. Yes, this actually makes this an 18:9 aspect ratio on this phone. Really odd, but it's really worth it. LG are calling this the Univision display, and they're marketing this as the big screen that actually fits in your hand. The display supports Dolby Vision and HDR10, which is something that a lot of other YouTube reviews haven't told you guys. And the whole UI has changed on the phone, user interface has changed on the phone because of this display. Now you can actually run two apps and have a brilliant view of each app with this aspect ratio. Now watching videos on this resolution is going to be a little bit strange to start with, but it will be something that's easily to get used to. But they made a big deal about how they've changed the whole of the UI and harmonized it with this brand new 18:9 aspect ratio. And when they were showing the demonstrations on stage, it really did look pleasing to the eye. Now, other than its new groundbreaking screen and its really small bezels, what else can we find around the phone? So other than the G5, let's scrap all of the modular stuff. We don't have a removable battery, which is a little bit of a shame. Inside this thing, we've got a 3300 mAh battery, which is apparently, they said, better than the competition, a very vague statement. But in my eyes, that's still not great. What we do have though is in the SIM card slot underneath, we've actually got a SD card slot, micro SD card slot, so you can actually chuck in a 128 gig card or a 256 gig card in this phone and just expand your storage as much as you want. Watch as much 18:9 content as you want. On the bottom of the phone, we've actually got a USB-C port. I'm really happy about this because now all devices are moving towards USB-C, and obviously USB-C supports like super fast charging, which is brilliant. My Pixel and GoPro 5 have got USB-C, brilliant, just having to travel with one cable. I do hope all devices, yes Apple, come with USB-C in the future. And on the rear of the phone, we've got two cameras, both at 13 megapixels, and underneath that, the fingerprint reader. And I really do like the back-mounted fingerprint reader. I've got one on my Pixel, and I find it really intuitive to use. More on these cameras though, it's a little bit odd. So Apple were actually the first phone, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were the first phone to introduce the dual camera system. Now what they've got is actually a zoomed in lens and a standard lens. What LG have done is they've got a standard lens and a wide angle lens. So you can take some proper wide angle photos. It would be great for vlogging and doing YouTube videos too, if you want to get everybody in the shot or get a lot of things in the shot. And then if you want to go back to a normal looking lens, you've got the option from that too. And it's really seamless, like on the iPhone, to switch between the two lenses. Now LG have actually partnered up with a few gaming companies. So let's just take Temple Run for example. If you download Temple Run on this phone, which is one of the games they actually talked about on stage, you're actually going to get, like, listen for this, you're actually going to get $200 for in-game purchases, which apparently is enough to unlock all the characters in Temple Run, if any of you are interested in that, which is just something they talked about on stage, and I jotted it down. I want to tell you guys. I also really like the look and feel of the device with the all glass look. It looks really sharp, but obviously is prone to fingerprints, which is slightly annoying, but I'm really digging this new look, and I think it's safe to say that LG, with the G6, they're back up there with the smart gun game. Aside from that, guys, thanks for watching my first look at the LG G6 from MWC. I only got to spend a little bit of time with the phone at the booth, but they put me in like a little private bit and I had a handset to get some B-roll of it for you guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. I've got one more phone coming I want to show you from MWC, which is the new Sony phone that's been announced, so expect that video very soon. And I want to say a massive thank you to EE for sending me out. They haven't sponsored anything, all they've done is taken me out to MWC to have a look at these phones and bring you guys the awesome news. But let me tell you something as well. I think it's only fair to let you know that if you buy LG G6 in the UK and get it on EE, you'll get Wi-Fi calling and you'll get 4G calling too on the UK's biggest and fastest network. I'm on EE doing a speed test on 4G live for you guys, and you can go ahead and take a look at the results there. I'm not even going to look at it because I just know that it's going to be good. What is it? Pulling a good 45 meg in my office. With that being said, guys, my name's been Alex, this has been TechFlow, and we'll catch you in the next one.